On this edition of Shelby This Week, Home Raided. We have an update for you about what was found at the Shelby Township home that was raided last week. Charlie?
A township ordinance is keeping solicitors from knocking at your door. Coming up, how you can get your address on that list.
And police officers honored. Why 2 Shelby Township police officers were presented a U.S. Congressional Award. We have these stories and more coming up right now. Birds chirping, warmer weather, and baseball. That's how you know spring has sprung here in Shelby Township, and the baseball got underway for the 2nd season of the United Shore Professional Baseball League at Jimmy John's Field.
Go Unicorns!
After much success in its inaugural season, players and fans alike are hoping for no sophomore slump in year number 2.
What a banner year. I mean, you think about their inaugural season that they had last year, the sellouts that they had, the crowd they had, the excitement. I mean, I think it's already proven its worth as far as economic value as well as quality of life. Boy, coming here for opening day, walking down the street, seeing the excitement. I don't know who ordered this day, but I got to tell you, credit to them. They had a perfect setting for this, and you know what? It's a gathering place.
Always a unique and exciting experience for families, the season kicked off with a parachuter delivering the game ball from high above the stadium. Opening day featured a battle of 2 of the original 3 teams, the Utica Unicorns and the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. But the league has added a 4th team this season, the West Side Woolly Mammoths. And as far as who the county executive thinks will come out on top this year, he's going with a household name.
I'm going back with the Utica Unicorns again. Again, I'm going to be partial to it. The reason for it is this is in the city of Utica, so I'm going to support him. Jeffrey, he just wants to get out there to that wiffle ball stadium. I think he enjoys that and the ice cream too, don't you?
Yeah, ice cream. And go Unicorns!
The game itself found the Utica Unicorns coming out on top of the Beavers 4-0. We'll have a full breakdown coming up later in our broadcast. The season runs from now until September 10th. For tickets, you can go to uspbl.com. Last week, we told you about a raid that was executed at a Shelby Township home on Churko Street near 24 Mile and Mound. While the feds were searching the home, they encountered the wife and children of Nua Gochai, the man who was charged. It is uncertain if they were aware of the illegal activity taking place in their home. Feds seized 54 firearms with obliterated serial numbers, 334 grams of heroin, 1,500 prescription pills, and about 5 pounds of marijuana, and an additional 30 grams of cocaine, along with $94,000 in cash between his home and business on Shane Street in Detroit. Some believe Gochai was distributing the narcotics out of his after-hours nightclub called Da Facility, where a majority of the weapons and drugs were found. He is due back in court May 22nd. Shelby Township is looking to crack down on door-to-door solicitation. The board just renewed an ordinance allowing residents to sign up for a no soliciting list. Charlie Cadotto explains how you can get your address on record.
As the weather warms up, badgering solicitors are leaving their winter hideouts and hitting the streets. Some are offering to mow your lawn. Others just want to sell you something outrageously expensive. But now Shelby Township is cracking down and sending a strong message to unwanted guests. The Shelby Township Board of Trustees just renewed an ordinance creating the township's no soliciting list. That means residents can add their address to a public record, telling solicitors they're not welcome to their front porch. All you have to do to be included is to call the clerk's office and give them your address. Anytime someone applies for a solicitor's license, the township says they'll notify them of the list of forbidden homes. Now, the township says if an unwanted solicitor comes knocking at your door, all you have to do is call the clerk's office. They could have their solicitor's license revoked. Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Charlie Cadotto.
The no soliciting ordinance does not apply to anyone claiming First Amendment protection. That includes any political or religious groups going door to door. With Candace Miller stepping down as U.S. Congresswoman last year to run for Public Works Commissioner, the door was open for businessman Paul Mitchell to run for her seat. He won that election and is now the representative for the 10th District in Michigan. And he stopped by to talk about some issues the new administration is facing in its first 100 days.
But we still have 26 million people that don't have health insurance, 19.3 million that chose not to have insurance, either through a waiver, or of those, 6 million paid the penalty of almost $3 billion. It was not working to get significant numbers of additional people insured, and we're running huge costs. The change is we're focusing federal money on those that have significant concerns. Either they can't afford health insurance. What we have is advanced refundable tax credits. We have money for a risk pool to cover people that have issues with getting health insurance. And we have money there for what's called pre-existing conditions, where if a state wants a waiver from federal requirements to structure their own insurance structure in the state, we're putting money into that pool to make sure they can help fund the people that have pre-existing conditions that had their insurance lapse previously.
You can hear about more issues during the full interview that we have posted on our YouTube channel. This winter, 2 Shelby Township police officers pulled a child out from an icy pond. Now they are hearing the praise. U.S. Congressman Paul Mitchell presented Sergeant Troy Tichnell and Officer Paul Fox a congressional award for their dedication to the job.
Far too frequently we'll see articles about the police that aren't very complimentary. It's hard sometimes to get people to understand all the risks that police officers take and how much dedication it takes to do that job day in, day out. So I want to recognize them. I want to recognize the department for what it does, and just encourage them to continue to do the job every day, because it matters in this community, it matters in the state. So I thank them, and I want to thank you as well for your dedication.
We appreciate you coming over. Thank you very much for your acknowledgement of our officers. Greatly appreciated, Mr. Mitchell.
The officers will be going to an awards ceremony where they will be further recognized in front of all chiefs of police in the state of Michigan next month. There's a new store in Shelby Township. The Macomb Habitat for Humanity has moved its Restore location from Mount Clemens to right here in Shelby Township. Stacy Sansatera goes behind the scenes to find out more from the new location.
The Habitat for Humanity Restore has opened right here in Shelby Township.
So the Restore is a resale shop for new and gently used household items.
Materials sold at Restore are donated by individuals, construction companies, contractors, and local business. And this allows the Restore to provide an affordable avenue for home improvement projects while keeping tons of perfectly good items out of the landfills.
And people are getting rid of things that are actually in really good condition. So one man's trash is another man's treasure, and we're able to resell it here at the store.
And those treasures include everything from building supplies to household goods being sold at reduced prices.
We have couches, we have furniture, we have cabinets, doors, windows, and basically we can sell things at the Restore for anywhere from 30 to 75% off a retail price.
The primary mission of the Restore is to provide additional funding to support house building goals.
The Restore does provide 1/3 of our operating income. We have to fundraise individually for the homes that we build. So the amount of money that we can bring in basically tells us how many houses we can build the following year.
And Restore allows Habitat another venue to secure funds to help the low-income community.
Every house costs us anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 if it's a rehab, or $120,000 for a new build. And that's not including labor of our construction team, of the materials. The materials are not donated, which a lot of people think that they are. We have to purchase every single time 2x4s, drywall, paint.
Habitat for Humanity is the solution for affordable housing for people in need.
A lot of families are struggling as far as the substandard housing. The housing market has increased, I think it's 75%, whereas their salaries have only gone up about 25%.
By shopping, donating, and volunteering, you are part of a worldwide movement dedicated to ensuring that everyone has a decent place to live.
We are open to volunteers. Our construction team is getting ready for the summer for all of the builds, so join us on a build site. Volunteer in the Restore. There's so many opportunities to get involved, help your community, and help us offer a hand up and not a hand out.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
The Habitat for Humanity Restore is located on Van Dyke, just south of 21 Mile Road. For more information on Habitat for Humanity, go to MacombHabitat.org. Downtown Rochester is making a national splash. Their Main Street is a finalist for Best Main Street in the country. This contest is put on by Independent We Stand, which is an organization that is to inspire local business owners to discover their local roots. Downtown Rochester is among the 25 finalists in the country. To vote for a Main Street, you can go to mainstreetcontest.com. Voting ends May 30th. Community Choice Credit Union has opened a new branch in Shelby Township, and the grand opening was a grand celebration. The credit union hosted a community get-together at their new location this week. The branch features an open concept model, a member community room. It even has a member cafe with a coffee bar and snacks. The branch manager says they wanted to make sure this location was one-on-one and as comfortable as possible. We're told the branch is hoping to better serve the huge population boom in Shelby Township. Community Choice Credit Union has 80,000 members and $853 million in assets in Michigan. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, get ready to dust off your walking shoes. Relay for Life is this week, and there is still time to sign up. Stay tuned.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. Underneath everything we are all people. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
The Shadbush Burgess Nature Center is launching a paper recycling program. The center has set up a green and yellow recycling dumpster to collect any old papers, catalogs, or books. All paper products are also accepted except cardboard. The dumpster is located within Riverbends Park off of the Ryan Road entrance. That's near the Riverbend shooting range. The state's Michigan Recycling Grant Program is helping fund this initiative. The center says it's working on other recycling programs for later this year. There's a new scam to be on the lookout for as summer approaches, but this one strikes via Facebook. Facebook users have said they receive a message from someone that appears to be one of their friends. That friend says something like, "Hey, did you hear about the $150,000 I just won?" Then they want you to send them your information and buy them iTunes gift cards, which in exchange, they will send a check for a certain amount of money. Authorities have said this is happening all across the country, and if anyone asks you for your information, simply don't give it to them. Everybody loves a good book from time to time, and Arthur Schenck has more about the latest class from the Shelby Township Library to help those with special needs.
The Shelby Township Library has always tried to engage our residents with many of the wide array of attractions it hosts throughout the year. Coming up soon at the library is their Sensory Story Play Saturday, which invites children between the ages of 3 and 11 years old to enjoy a story time that will engage the senses. Children's librarian Bethany Booton has more information.
Yeah, I've been running this about once a season in the fall and the springtime over the last few years, and calling it a sensory story play program. So it's much like a traditional story time, and that it includes those elements of stories and rhymes and songs, but also with the play element, and that's where we get the sensory touch and feel stations involved, and stuff to expand beyond the traditional story time.
But that doesn't mean each playtime is the same. Much like children, each story time can be adjusted to those in attendance.
Yeah, so we always do a couple stories, and usually expand into the stories by doing some like a felt board, some songs and rhymes and movement and sign language. I'll do some signs that are maybe some of the words from the stories, and that's a great way to kind of get kids that need that movement or that maybe even are nonverbal to participate in different ways. It's an all-inclusive program, so I welcome all kids, all abilities, but I especially target advertising it towards kids that might have special needs like autism, because we do have that extra sensory feel to it, and I include a few design elements that might make it more of a safe, welcoming atmosphere for them to be allowed to feel like they can move around, make noise if they need to express themselves differently. A few different elements I might use are things like a visual schedule, because a lot of kids with autism like a routine, or they like to know what's coming next.
So if you or someone you know might be interested in the May 20th Spring Sensory Story Play at the Shelby Township Library, you can contact the library at 586-739-7414 for more information. And seeing no registration is needed, you can also just show up. That's May 20th at the Shelby Township Library. For Shelby This Week, I'm Arthur Schenk.
1 in every 30 American children will face homelessness sometime this year, and there's a nonprofit organization who is trying to help. Project Night Night donates over 25,000 night-night packages each year to children 12 and under who need these essentials to have a concrete and predictable source of security during their difficult time. Each night-night package contains a security blanket, a book, and a stuffed animal. Project Night Night has one goal. That's to deliver their night-night packages to every homeless child in the country who is in need. For more information, head to projectnightnight.org. The Samaritan House is preparing to host a big fundraiser later next month. The 4th annual Fashion, Flowers, and Food Feast is set for June 11th from 1 to 4 p.m. The event will be held at the Tappers Gardens in Bruce Township. The special night will feature a fashion show with clothing and accessories from several local boutiques. Tickets are $25 each, with advance purchases only. The organization has set a goal to raise $10,000. They say that money will help them provide emergency assistance to about 430 people each month. The annual Relay for Life in Shelby Township is just days away. The event aims to raise money for the American Cancer Society. The big fundraiser will feature 22 hours of fun activities, music, and special ceremonies. The event is set for May 20th and 21st from 10 a.m. to 8 a.m. at Riverbends Park. Every year, more than 5,000 Relay for Life events take place in over 20 countries. If you're interested in donating or joining a relay team, there's still time. Visit relayforlife.org/ShelbyTownship.MI. Coming up, more action from the United Shore Professional Baseball League's opening day, and more trees. Many came together to plant trees at Gene Shepherd Park.
I would like to take a moment to share some fire safety tips for pet owners.
Remember, your pet can be curious, and curiosity can definitely start a fire.
Pets may bump into or knock over a variety of things, such as cooking equipment, lamps, candles.
As a reminder, do not leave any of these items unattended with your pet alone in the room.
Some pets like to chew. Please make sure that your pets don't chew on any electrical cords. If you do have a fire in your home, get out and stay out. Let the firefighters know when they get there that you have a pet inside your home.
As we know, the United Shore Professional Baseball League hosted its second annual opening day last week. Our Andrew Shelsky has highlights from the Utica Unicorns' 4-0 win over the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers.
Opening day for USPBL baseball in downtown Utica. The Utica Unicorns taking on the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. Foul ball into right. Chris Cruz is tracking it down. Over the wall, but can't bring it down. Bottom of the fourth, the Unicorns would catch fire. Mike Rampone with a bouncer to short, and the first baseman mishandles. Alex Cruz with a worm burner into right field. Now the Unicorns have 2 on. Setting up this, Brandon Raw with a towering fly ball all the way to the warning track, just out of the reach of DeAndre Clark, bringing home Mike Rampone and Chris Cruz, and he's in with a triple. Not long after that, Clay Ardeser with a blooper to short, bringing home Brandon Raw, and it's 3-0 Utica Unicorns. Moving to the top of the 5th, Nick Buckner. But the second baseman for the Utica Unicorns can't handle it, and he's on. Same inning, Logan Trowbridge. And Buckner evades the tag. Down to first, and Trowbridge is out. The Beavers would threaten, with Buckner getting all the way to third, but come away empty-handed. Luke Doyle for the Utica Unicorns, sending this one skyward into foul territory. Looks like Shane Gonzalez has it, but bounces out of his mitt right into the hands of Kevin Matthews. DeAndre Clark has some wheels here. Just flat out running the throw. Safe at first. Then Nick Buckner for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers into right center. Base hit, but Birmingham Bloomfield will come up empty-handed that inning. Timothy Budd, line drive into center field. Some small ball here. Luke Doyle lays down a perfect bunt, and everybody's safe. Quentin Alexander with a swing, third strike, but the catcher mishandles it. He's down to first, outrunning the throw, safe. And with the bases loaded, Nick Tadero would draw the walk, bringing home Timothy Budd, and our final score, Utica Unicorns 4, Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers 0.
2 Utica community schools have been named one of the country's most challenging. Eisenhower High School and the Utica Academy for International Studies were part of a list of challenging schools. The list was put on by the Washington Post. The news organization measures a school's challenge index by looking into its advanced programs. That includes the number of advanced placement tests and the students who graduate with an international baccalaureate accreditation. The Utica Academy for International Studies offers that IB program. The school was also ranked number 38 on the list of most challenging high schools around the U.S. Shelby Township is known for its trees. Let's face it, it's not many cities or townships that have a tree as its logo. And the township recently received a grant for 55 trees as a part of Relief Michigan. Residents and members of the community came out to Gene Shepherd Park to plant those trees.
Gene Shepherd Park here in Shelby Township is one of our newest parks we have, and the one thing we were lacking were trees. We have beautiful trees here in Shelby Township, over 1,100 acres of parkland, but we needed trees. So this is a perfect fit here at Gene Shepherd Park. Also with the splash park coming later this summer or early next spring, we have the trees. We were planting a canopy today around the splash pad. So when that splash pad's open, we're gonna have some nice shade there as well.
About 40 volunteers were on hand last weekend, including firefighters, students, and many other members of the community to help keep Shelby Township green. And that does it for this edition of Shelby This Week. You can watch us online all the time on our Facebook page. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you with more scenes from opening day at Jimmy John's Field. Thanks for watching.